What is going on, everyone? Dominic Dominator with the Veterans Den channel, bringing you some interesting news to start off your 2024. So, when I was active duty, you had the junior troops who were single, most were away from home, some came from the East Coast but was stationed on the West Coast. And when you would deploy, you would have to take your vehicle, if you had one, to the storage lot. Or if you had personal items, put them in a box or container or whatever, and also take it to the storage lot. Or put it in your personal owned vehicle, your POV, and put all your stuff in there. So you lock it up. You also give an inventory sheet to the base police, and they would lock up that yard, and that's where it was. And it was free of charge, no cost. So you go on deployment, you come back a year later, 9 months, whatever it may be. And when you touch down, the command would coordinate with the base police saying, hey, we have, advanced party and delayed party coming in on these dates. Can we have the lot unlocked? Because those would be the only people that have access to the lot and the keys to unlock it. So they would schedule it, set it up, show up. People would start rolling in, and they would give a time frame. Hey, from this time to this time, base police will be there with the gates unlocked, and also will check documents and paperwork. So you go in, give them the inventory sheet, and they would go over with you, make sure everything's there. Also, there's no damage to your vehicle. And what's also cool is that the command would coordinate with the base mortar pool or public works, whatever, to have a tow truck, a base tow truck, or even someone to jump the batteries in case your vehicle needed to be jumped. So that was a cool little service that they offered. And they'll jump the vehicles or whatever vehicles leave, and you lock it up. So that's how it is for me, or my experience, when I was active duty, when it came to the junior troops or even people in general to store their stuff on base free of charge. So I believe, from what I talked to with other veterans, that this was pretty normal, maybe a little bit different, but pretty normal with every branch of the military service on every base. So I could be wrong, so we'll just say most of the military should have somewhat the same experience. But things have changed, and the Army has made an announcement. So the Army has announced fiscal year 2024, which is actually October 1st, 2023, they will be ending the policy of base storage being free to those deployed, and now will be charged to use the base storage with no exceptions to the policy. Then they threw it on the unit commanders, say that they can use their motor pool to store vehicles if they want, and they can charge or not charge the soldiers, but it's on them. But as far as the Army providing this service or an open lot for soldiers to store their stuff, they're no longer doing it, and they're going to be charging them. The reason for this is a cost to their budget, and there was never a written policy that said that they had to do this. It's simply something someone did decades ago, and it just continued doing this for those that were deployed. So they're saying, hey, it's hurting our budget. Don't know how, but it's hurting our budget, and we will now be charging soldiers to store stuff on the lots and store anything on those lots when they're deployed. No exception to the rules. Doesn't matter how far your family is or what, or your situation. If you're going to use it, we're going to charge you. Still nothing on the information on what they're going to charge you. The Army did say that they will be doing something in the future to help soldiers who are deployed, but not anytime soon. The Defense Department Inspector General mentioned that almost $2 billion worth of Army's land combat equipment had been deteriorating due to improper storage. So I'm assuming they're just blaming it on the budget, that it's more important to store the vehicles and spend that money and allocate that money to that, rather than this free program for soldiers deploying. So funding across the board in the Army for the storage was cut. They haven't said what it will cost the soldiers to store the stuff in the storage. And this was only brought to light this past month, December, due to military news outlets getting wind of this and started asking questions. And that's when the Army actually came out with a statement, because they weren't going to say anything. They probably was just trying to keep it in-house. So I don't know what your guys' experience is, but when I was in, the storage lot was just literally a square fence, rectangle fence, however you want to call it, big open field, and it was dirt. Some of it was paved, some of it was concrete, but mostly just dirt and weeds, and you just store your stuff. And there was no lights, there was no coverage or anything. It was just kind of like store at your own risk, but base police will be doing rounds around there, make sure no one's breaking in. And that was it. So as far as my experience when I was active duty and from my base, I'm really not sure what they were spending money on other than maybe gate maintenance. Maybe a fence maybe got bent. High winds maybe unloosened some of the chain link fence. I don't know, but maybe it was different. Who knows? Maybe Air Force had concierge service, 24/7 security, and you know they give you a little bit of champagne when you show up to get your vehicle and have AAA on site. But as far as the Navy Seabees, it was just a dirt lot and four corners, and then base police would roll by there every now and then, and it was actually away from everything. There was no plugs, no lights, no awning, no nothing. So not sure what it was costing the Army. I would like to know. That's kind of interesting to see. But I mean, it's already tough as it is for soldiers deploying, anybody deploying, especially depending on how quick you have to deploy, especially if you're in a rapid deploy unit. So it's this added stress that I don't think that needs to be given to anybody, whether you're a soldier, sailor, Marine, Air Force, Airman, CB, whatever. You know, that added stress shouldn't be there. It's something the command can do for free, which I think is just putting up 4 posts and a fence and a lock gate. Then let's do that, you know, just so they don't have to worry about it. It's even harder if you're a single soldier deploying far away from family to help. So this is even unneeded stress to that soldier because he has to worry about his stuff. His family may have to come all the way out here and get it to take it all the way back. So this is unneeded. So I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think? What was your experience as far as younger sailors or even yourself, you know, GO bachelors, when they were in and when you were active? What was your experience as far as storage or stuff like this? Did you guys have a really nice storage facility for people that were deploying, or was it like mine, which was just a dirt lot? I would love to hear your thoughts and comment below. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button. And I hope you all had a safe and happy New Year's. And I'll see you in the next video. Carry on.